Uh, Now, I'd like to talk about the relationship between faith and certainty. You know, some people tell us that we have faith, faith because we are not 100% certain that God exists. So, what is the relationship between faith and certainty?
I love this question. I think it's very important. Um, think about certainty for a minute. Certainty is actually a psychological thing. It's about how confident I am in something I believe. And certainty is something like 100% confident. Maybe I can't imagine that it turns out to be false or something like that. Now, it turns out that um, almost everything people believe, they don't have certainty for. Um, the only place you get 100% certainty is going to be really in mathematics and logic. That's where you can find things like proofs. Everything else is a matter of weighing evidence. That's the way the sciences work. A theory becomes in science well established if there's sufficient evidence for it. But as we know, some of our best theories get overturned as new evidence turns up. And so we can be confident in the secure findings of the sciences, but we actually don't have certainty about these things. A lot of people think faith should bring certainty in order to be rational. But I think we can argue and clarify that the question, for example, whether God exists, is just like any other philosophical question. It's going to be a matter of evidence, how strong the evidence is. And then that case is going to be less than certain. We can have good reason and strong reason to believe in God, but it's going to fall short of certainty. Now, there's another element to certainty, and sometimes we find certainty in things like our personal relationships, right? So we have an absolute confidence in our friends or our parents, even though we know they have weaknesses, right? I have absolute confidence in my wife that she is going to be faithful and look out for my best interests. And that's a kind of certainty. But that is a certainty that's brought up in the connection of relationship and personal commitment. It's not just assessing evidence that brings that kind of certainty. But I think we can have also that kind of relationship certainty in our relationship with God. We can have very strong confidence that God is real and he's working in our lives. But the evidence that we can present to somebody is not going to bring you all the way to certainty. It's going to bring you to a good case for the existence of God or for the reality of Jesus or the truth of the resurrection or something like that.